CVA's Accura Series, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being brought to you by 3rd Regiment Game Calls. Friends, family, and faith in the outdoors. One call at a time.
All right, everybody, it's time to do this week's Pictures of the Week. This week they're being brought to you by our friends over at Flowers Garden Center and Deer Processing. You guys can get down there. You still got about 2 more days left. I guess tomorrow is all you got left on your antlerless hunt. And this weekend's your juvenile hunt. So you guys get your deer, get them down to Flowers, let them take care of them for you. Get some of those snack sticks and some of that jerky, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. All right, our first picture here this week, this is Michael Marsh with a buck that he shot while taking out a couple of young hunters with him. He had 6-year-old Hunter Marsh with him and 11-year-old MJ Roberts. So congratulations to those guys on a successful day out in the woods, and thank you, Michael, for getting them out there in the woods. All right, our next picture here, we got our first walleye picture of the year. This is our buddy Casey Neighbors. Casey caught this really nice fish here in Middle Tennessee just yesterday. Said that the bite was on and they were finally starting to catch a few. So congratulations on that one, Casey. Keep those coming to us. And this is my buddy Dwan Verge and Jacob Rutz with a good bag of rabbits they got the other day. We're going to be out hunting with them here in just about another week and a half. And really looking forward to that and doing another show with these guys this year. But congratulations to them. They know how to get those rabbits. They've got some of the best dogs I've ever hunted.
I'm ready to eat a few of those.
That bunny popping's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Awesome pepper getting.
It is. And right here on the end, y'all recognize this young man here. This is Deacon Blair with a nice bass, and he's standing there with his daddy. I don't know who that guy is, but we let him around here every once in a while. Yeah. But you guys, now y'all ended up 4th place that day, didn't you?
Yeah, the high school where you could fish 2
at the
adults
high school
and 1 kid.
Just a couple of weekends ago on New Year's Day.
Jimbo had the line broke twice, winding a jig in. They come up to the boat and he'd stop and let them get it and set the hook and broke the line twice. And Deacon had another about
Deacon
4
showed
pounds.
him how to do it.
And Deacon had another about 4 pounds to get off.
Get out of my way, I'll show you how to do it.
Well, congratulations on that, Deacon. Keep showing your daddy Knuckle how to do it. Y'all can send your pictures to us here at 474 James Robinson Parkway, or better yet, just shoot them to us on Facebook. We'll get them right here on the show just as soon as we can. All right, guys, welcome back. Again, I'm in here tonight. I've got Mr. Joey Monteleone with me. Couldn't be more excited. We've kind of hit a little bit about the boat show that's going on this weekend. Let's talk a little bit about the book for just a minute. Backing all the way up, when did all this kind of start for you? I mean, the outdoor thing. How long have you been in the outdoors? I kind of know because I've already read, but
I was just, I was introduced to it almost by accident, but I got a chance to fish a farm pond a little bit, and I fished for a year. And you know, this is a testimony to either how dumb I am or how patient I am. I fished a year and never caught a fish. Now, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Didn't have anybody that did, and showed up at a little farm pond with, you know, a little piece of night crawler and a float and pitched it out under a willow tree. And I'll tell you what, that fish changed my life because I thought, I didn't think I was ever going to be good at it, but I knew I liked it.
Yeah.
So it was going to be fun. So I started, you know, I'm kind of a student of the game a little bit, and I told people today when I was doing a seminar, I said, I started keeping a journal when I started fishing. I said it was easy when I first started because I never caught anything. So I didn't have to write anything in there.
quick journal entry.
Yeah, but then I start working my way around this, and then I fell in love with fishing the smaller waters. And I mean, I've done the big waters. I've fished, I've done the tournament thing and all that, and I like all of it.
Yeah.
But there's something about the personal, and I always feel like, and I know I might be in the minority, that it's almost a solitary experience. That I like going out with a fly rod and wading a little creek somewhere.
Yeah.
But you know, again, if you like competition, I'm not opposed to that. And the best part about that, it keeps you off of my water most of the time.
That's right.
So it's been, you know, I really got serious about it when I got in my late teens, and again, it just kind of, when I moved to Tennessee, moving to Tennessee from Missouri was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, well, we have a lot. And I'm proud. I'm always proud to tell people this.
Yes.
We have more freshwater fish species than any state in the nation. And there is something for you to fish year-round. There's something biting here year-round. Any kind of species you can think of. I mean, you can chase smallmouth, largemouth. You can go catch muskie. You can catch walleye. You can catch sauger.
Some of it all out of the same water.
That's right.
All of it, exactly.
Well, you mentioned earlier a spot where you had great luck with big crappie, spotted bass,
all in the same
largemouth.
places.
You know.
I wrote an article one time called Triple Crown Trophies, and it's like being able to catch spot Kentucky bass, largemouth and smallmouth all out of the same water, and we do. And then you look at some places, little known fact, Fall Creek Falls State Park, it's a state park, holds a record for channel catfish in our state, 41 pounds, and a 3-pound bluegill. And I mean, so, and what I'm saying is, we are surrounded by good water. You could, I mean, just anywhere you want to go, anywhere you want to point.
Just like you said earlier, if you want to go trout fishing, you got the Caney Fork and other stuff. If you just want to strictly bluegill or catfish or crappie fish, you have it here in the state. I mean, anything you want to chase, we have it.
And all close to Nashville.
And
we could jump in the truck right now and drive
30 minutes
4 or
in
5
any
different directions.
Yeah.
It'd be good water.
And then you take the TWRA that takes part of our license fee, and they do what they call the put and take trout program, and it's all there were 9-10-inch trout, hundreds of thousands of them. Again, for a young fisherman, a new fisherman, or for somebody just wants to eat some trout.
That's right. Well, like you said, that's a put and take fishery, and what that is those fish are stocked to be taken out of the water. I mean, they are stocked for us to catch, take home and eat. Now sometimes they'll make it, get to grow a little larger, but they'll
migrate
to
to the river.
out.
Some of them will make it out. I mean,
and they add new stocking. TWA has a great stocking program. They do different tailwaters. They release the stocking date, so you know when they're going to be placing fish, where at. And we just couldn't ask for better from our organization than the way that they do it.
If you're in Tennessee and you're not doing something in the outdoors, you're making a big mistake. And if you are doing something in the outdoors and you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
And like we talked the other day, there's plenty of public land to access, whether it be
WMAs or wildlife management
with
areas.
Places to fish, like Marabone Lake and such like that. Anywhere that you don't have to have a big boat to get to.
That's right.
The TWRA managed lakes, I think there's 22 of them. The biggest one, Gibson County, is like 520 acres, and I think Lawrenceburg is 22 acres. But again, it's all over, and it's good fishing. Florida strain bass at Williamsport.
Yeah, well, I grew up going over to Long Hunter State Park, to Couchville Lake over there. Mom would take me down there and drop us off, and we'd get one of those little flat bottom boats, little trolling motor on it. Man, I'd all day long. Come get me at dark.
I love to hear that story, because in my book I talk about, my first boat I won in a raffle was a 10-foot flat bottom boat, and you guys will laugh at this, and I don't mind you laughing at me. You're not laughing with me, you're laughing at me. I took the battery out of my van to run my secondhand trolling motor
to go,
and I said, it would wind down and you'd see that blade turn. Listen, I kept a big 6-foot paddle, which I still have, to paddle my way back, and I said, I then realized that those batteries are not made to charge and discharge.
As long as you can still get your van started.
I would wave somebody down, and I tell people, anybody who would do that really wanted to fish.
Yeah, you definitely had the fever, didn't you?
I did.
Just the other day, me and Deacon took the flat bottom over there and got it running, checking it out, and I had the paddle out and I was sculling down the bank. You know what I mean? He's like, Daddy, what are you doing? I was like, this is a trolling motor, Bubba. I'm up here sculling up the bank. He goes, I don't understand.
Hey, you never heard of such.
Nobody does.
Yeah. Well, and again, in the book, one of the things I do talk about is that the boat's just a place to stand. I saw a boat down there at the boat show today with a 300-horse motor on it. I'm not. For somebody, that's a good. Not for me, but for somebody, that's a good boat. So again, if you choose to just kind of paddle or scull a canoe or a flat bottom boat, or you want a big boat to run up, that's a personal preference. But it's here, and there is a place to do it in our state.
There is, and you're fairly dedicated kayak fisherman. That is pretty much what you do now. Either that or wading or something like that.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to hit on there, I like to do the same thing, but it puts you in water that only you can get to, or only kayaks can get to. Some of my favorite spots, you can't take a bass boat in there.
Well, if it's got 4 or 5 inches of water, that'll draft in it, and there are places where you have to pull that. And for me, it's kind of like, if I have to pull that to get to where I'm going,
there's nobody else there.
I don't have any problem doing that. And I will tell you that I've got a few spots that would make people envious. And when you talk about smallmouth fishing, I'm not a 50 fish a day guy. I'm looking where everybody else is looking for 5 bites during a tournament. I'm looking for a 5.
Yeah,
that's what really gets me going. I want to catch a big fish.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that one of the places that I go, last year I had a smallmouth on that rivals the smallmouth I caught in Canada. It was probably pretty close to 8 pounds, and I had it right by the boat. It sounds like a fish story, but I had it right by the boat, and it just when they just come off,
right off.
One of those heartbreakers.
Yeah, but I know where she lives.
Yeah,
just come right off. It's amazing.
Well, guys, we're going to go over and do this week's product of the week. This week's product of the week is being sponsored by the fine folks at Caney Fork Outdoors. You can stop in and see them right there off at the old Donaldson Plaza there. Stop in and see Ryan and his guys, or get off at the Center Hill Dam exit and go down to the bottom of the hill. When you get to the Big Rock Market, stop in and say hello to them. Get outfitted to get yourself on the river and grab you a barbecue sandwich or something while you're down there too, because you'll be glad you did. It's good stuff. So All right, what I've got this week, this is a pot call. This is actually a glass call type from our friends over at 3rd Regiment Game Calls. You know, guys, it might be January now, but it won't be long. People are going to be thinking turkey hunting. And it's time to get your call right now. Start working it and get used to that call. But the guys over at 3rd Regiment, they've put out not only some of the finest calls out there this year, they've got several new calls coming out. This is, again, one of their new glass calls. But give them a call. You can reach out to Sid Herring or Chris Hunt, either one on Facebook. They have 3rd Regiment on Facebook. Or go to thirdregiment.com and order yours today and get out there in the woods and get ready for this coming turkey season.
We saw a turkey fanned out the other day.
Hey, it
chasing
can happen
3
any
hens.
time of year. Guys, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to open the phone lines for you, and we'll have some more Southern Woods and Waters.